Hey, shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. Officer Abishai with IUIC Indiana. And we need y'all to subscribe. Subscribe to our Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube, our Twitter. Let's get them numbers up and give us a like on the video. Most High in Christ bless. Hey, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless. My name is Officer Abishai. To my left,
Soldier James.
Soldier James. All praises. IUIC Indiana in the building. Oh, okay. So today we're going to go into a day in the life of an Israelite. All right. So I want to give y'all a reference class. Do I have a scribe? All right. All praises. All praises. A day in the life of an Israelite. All right. So reference class is time management in 8 hours. Right. Bishop Nathaniel did a fire class. It's in my rotation. Hey, look, all of y'all brothers and sisters should have a steady rotation of classes. I'm talking about them classic ones that you got to go back to all the time, refresh your cell phone, run them back again because they just hit your spirit a different way. It's the same thing with this class right here. All right. Time management in 8 hours. But what we're going to do is we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to try to walk through the day a little bit. Right. So me, I'm a married man, so it's going to be a little bit more focused on that. But we're going to touch on spots for single brothers and sisters, a sister's perspective, the whole 9 yards. All right. So y'all bear with us. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. We in it to win it, y'all. Give me Psalms chapter 90 and verse 12. Hey, don't forget time management in 8 hours. Make sure y'all go back and watch the bishop class. That thing is fire. All right. Put it in your rotation. All right. Go ahead. Psalms chapter 90 and verse 12.
The book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 12. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
Hey, look, we got to get past like the colored people time. We got to get past chasing time throughout the day. When King David wrote this, read it again.
So teach us to number our days.
We have to make sure that we have a outline, a plan, a schedule for how we're going to approach each and every day as it come and as it go, right? Again, Bishop Nathaniel touched on it on his class. We're going to touch on it here as well. We're going to try to go a little bit further into it, the things that we could do. But the point is we want to make sure that we are planning our day and that our day ain't planning us. It ain't rushing us. All right. Give me the book of Psalms chapter 4 and verse 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 4 and verse 4. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed.
Listen, the scriptures say, commune with your own heart upon your bed. Commune with your own. Okay, our scribe said he got stopped from scribing. We got a backup scribe. Okay, it looked like you in it to win it, bro. It looked like you back. All right, all praise. Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 4 and verse 4. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your heart, commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Selah.
So why am I pulling this? Because a lot of times when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we want to do is hop up out the bed, hop in the shower, make sure that we get up out of the door, go straight to Esau. We don't leave ourselves no time to meditate on God's laws. We don't leave ourselves no time to meditate and plan out our day. It's like as soon as we wake up, we in a rush. We got to move immediately. No, take some time. Set that clock back enough for you to be able to wake up, for you to be able to sit at the bed, for you to be able to thank God that you alive another day. Instead of just getting up out of the bed and the next thing you know, you rushing up out the door. Trust me, captivity is going to be there. It ain't going nowhere no time soon. All right. Psalms 55:17. Psalms 55:17, beautiful scripture. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 17. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice.
Listen, evening, morning, and noon. When we wake up, we should be meditating on the things that we on the mercy and the grace of the Lord. We should be meditating on God's commandments. And we have to take that morning time, and send up prayers to the Lord. The morning, what you're going to realize is if you can capture your mornings again, brothers and sisters, it'll propel you throughout the entire day, right? A lot of people say, hey, you get up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Look, it's beautiful if you got that level of discipline and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, the later you get up in the day, the more you got to be perfect on your schedule. You don't got no time to play no games, no time for follow. You rolling up out of the bed at 10 o'clock, you ain't got no time to be watching no Netflix. You ain't got no time for no TikTok, no YouTube, no nothing. You spent all of that time laying in the bed. That's why it's important. You got to get up early enough that you can get your day started. Where we at? Give me Psalms chapter 5 and verse 3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 5 and verse 3. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee.
Read it again.
My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up.
Listen, he said, in the morning I will direct my prayer to God. What we talking about? We talking about the day in the life of an Israelite. It starts with us directing our prayers towards the Lord, with us meditating on the commandments, right? People in the world, they get to wake up, hop in the shower, get out in the world. They get to do their own thing. Not us, we Israelites. We get to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Our mind is constantly stayed on the Lord. So what better way for us to start the day than to get tapped in with the Most High God? Make sure he with us, that he guiding our steps, our footsteps. Thanking him for the fact that, hey, we alive another day, bro.
Right.
We made it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave me one more chance to get this walk right. You feel me? Read it again. Beautiful scripture.
Psalms chapter 5 verse 3. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. Give me Mark 1:35. Let me show y'all what Christ did too. It's the exact same thing that's in the book of Psalms. It's the same thing that Christ did. Mark chapter 1, read verse 35.
The book of Mark chapter 1 verse 35.
Hold on, let me get it. Go ahead.
Mark 1:35. And in the morning, rising up a great while before day, he went out and departed into a solitary place, and there prayed.
Listen, Christ got up early in the morning, went somewhere where it was calm, peaceful, quiet, and sent up the prayers to the Lord. So surely if this example is good enough for Jesus Christ to do, it's something that we could be doing on a daily basis as well. Remember, we read it. Go back, Psalms 55 and 17. 3 times a day, we should be making supplication to the Lord. Why? Because it's the Lord our God. And we got to stay tapped into our God in the midst of all of this wickedness that's happening in Babylon. Read it again.
You want Psalms 55?
Psalms 55 and 17. Yes, sir.
Psalms chapter 55 verse 17. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice.
So the scriptures say evening, morning, and noon. Let's get some more on that. Get Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. I really want to harp on the morning because, brothers and sisters, this is your opportunity to really get your day started the right way. And so many brothers and sisters, they hop about and they just gone. They about their life before they know it. It's 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. They getting off of work. They ain't heard no scriptures. They ain't listened to no righteous music. They ain't prayed. They ain't did nothing. It's already 3 o'clock. We have to be mindful from the second we get up to the second we go to bed of the Lord our God. All right, go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out of the wisdom of all the ancient.
Listen, a lot of brothers and sisters claim that they don't have time to study. They say that they don't have time to do exercises. All of this is because what time are you starting your day, right? If you have to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning and you got a 30-minute drive, you waking up at 8 o'clock, you didn't give yourself time to do anything. Imagine if you push your clock back 1 hour, what you could accomplish within that 1 hour. Your 4 chapters a day can be done within that 1 hour, right? Your if you want to do any exercises, that can be done within that 1 hour. As a matter of fact, what we at?
Sirach 39:1.
Get Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 14. That snooze button, man, that snooze button is detrimental to brothers and sisters. I'm telling you. Imagine what you could do if you was up at 6 in the morning instead of 8 o'clock. If you was up at 5 in the morning instead of 8 o'clock. That's 3 hours that you can put towards bettering yourself, whether it's in the scriptures, whether it's your goals that you're trying to get accomplished at this time, whether it's your health. All of these things matter. And in the morning, a lot of this stuff can be knocked out. Imagine if your 4 chapters was done before you ever went to work in the morning. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 14. As the door turneth upon his hinges, so doth the slothful upon his bed.
Listen, the scriptures say when you slothful, you just be in the bed rolling back and forth. Sleepy head in the bed at all times. Just like a door on the hinges, just keep going back and forth. Brothers and sisters, we got to get up out of that bed. Scriptures say, love not sleep. As a matter of fact, get that, Proverbs 20:13. The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 13. We're talking about having to get up out the bed, make our lives productive, especially as adults. I saw something that said a lot of people want to be part-time adults. They only want to be an adult when it's time to party. They only want to be an adult when it's time to get all of the adult benefits, come and go as I please. But they don't want to do what adults do. What they mean, the responsibility, having to get up on time, having to be organized, having to make sure that your time is accounted for, that your finances is accounted for, right? All of these things are important. What we got?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 13. Love not sleep.
What?
Love not sleep.
The scriptures say don't fall in love with sleep. Go ahead.
Lest thou come to poverty.
Listen, sleeping all day, you'll be broke. You can't, you'll be broke. The average of us, right? Because the way the economy and things like that work in America, they sell a lot of our people these pipe dreams, especially nowadays. A lot of stuff all over the internet telling you can get rich quick. Hey, you know the easiest way to turn $40 into $1,000? Take the $40, right? I'm going to tell y'all, hey, I'm putting you on game. Take the $40, put it in your gas tank and go to work.
Right. Right.
Put it in your gas tank, go to work, man. Boom. That's a start. I understand we all got entrepreneur dreams and stuff like that, but I mean, you can't make nothing you sleep in the bed every day. Take that little $40 and stop at the gas station. Boom. It's going to get you about a quarter tank of gas nowadays. Hey, it's going to get you about a quarter tank of gas. You're going to be good. You'll make it. You'll live. And go to work, man. But if you laying in the bed all the time, it ain't going to prosper. It ain't going to prosper us, y'all. All right. Give me Proverbs 31 and 15. Because this ain't just for the men, or it ain't just for the sisters that work a 9 to 5 either, or sisters that's got to get up and go to work either. It's also for those of us, for the sisters that are stay-at-home mothers, that's there with the children. Just because you have children at home, that's not an excuse to stay in the bed all day, right? As a matter of fact, you got a privilege that's afforded to very, very few sisters. You should be that much more willing to get up early in the morning and take care of business. Why? Because somebody, your Lord in your household, has afforded you that opportunity to be able to stay home and not have to deal with Esau at all. A lot of sisters take that thing for granted. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 15. She riseth also while it is yet night.
When it is what?
While it is yet night.
It's a theme in the Bible why people are not staying asleep all day, every day. That's America. That's that laziness that they bred in us, right? That ain't how we used to roll. The scriptures say that this sister did what?
She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
Meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She's making sure that everybody is nourished as they start their day. So it doesn't matter if you working or if you're not working. The goal is to get up out of the bed with a purpose in the morning, to make sure that you have your mind right, because we're trying to accomplish something throughout the days. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. You are a combination of your daily habits. Everything about us is what we do on a daily basis. It all adds up. It may seem small today, but 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you could change your entire life just by your daily habits and your daily routine. Brothers say, hey, man, I can't remember all of them precepts. That stuff is hard. I ain't no preceptor like such and such. Well, okay. When do you study?
Right.
Yeah, you get up in the morning, you hop in the shower, you at Esau's job, you get off Esau's job, you come home, you watch Netflix. You get what I'm saying? You might put a class on. You know more songs than you know scriptures. Straight up. You got, hey, look, we have to get back to some of these basics, to some of the basics. Read that again.
Proverbs 31 verse 15.
Uh-huh.
She riseth also while it is yet night.
So this ain't exclusive to brothers and sisters that have jobs. If you a sister and your Lord is affording you that opportunity to stay home, then guess what? You get up too. And it says she get up when it is yet what?
While it is yet night.
Why it's still dark outside. Still dark outside, she up handling her business, making sure that the family is straight. That means something, y'all. The Bible is teaching us how we should conduct ourselves, how we should live our lives. Here's the next one. Get me 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. A lot of brothers and sisters, especially myself, we have to make time to actually take care of our health. It's a big thing with men that we don't take care of our health at all. Brothers be sick for a long time. Brothers have all type of ailments. And we just like, hey, we just gonna move on with our day. And that day turned into a month. That month turned into a year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. A lot of the stuff that end up happening to us, we could have caught it way before it got that bad. But most men, we don't take a look at our health. We don't take it serious. We too busy trying to provide, protect. I don't got time for that. We hate going to the doctor. You know, my grandfather used to say, I don't never get sick until I go to the doctor. Then they make me sick. Like, no, Pops, you was sick before that. Yeah, they just found it. They found it. You get what I'm saying? But here's another one. Imagine you normally waking up at 8 o'clock. Imagine you woke up at 6 and you did this. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
For bodily exercise profiteth little.
The Bible says bodily exercise profit little, but it's a reason why it says that. Go ahead.
But godliness is profitable unto all things.
The reason that the Bible is saying that, not because we should not exercise and not because we should not get our bodies right, but because it is not above the scriptures. It is not above being profitable when it comes to the Bible. But a lot of us, imagine if you woke up every day and got in your 30 to 45 minutes. Every day, you got 30, 45 minutes of exercise. That can make a big difference in your life. You accumulate that over the course of months, and now we're starting to deal with some health issues that a lot of us deal with in our community. But if you stay asleep, if you sticking to, hey, I got to be at work at 9, I'm going to wake up at 8 a.m., you ain't leaving yourself a lot of time to move unless you're talking about working 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I'm going to tell you, brothers, we can't be at the gym at 3 and 4 p.m., man. Hey, I'm telling you, sisters at the gym? No, sir. Married or single. You got to stay up out of that thing. You got to put some black paint on your glasses when you walk up in that joint. I'm telling you straight. I think only thing our sisters know how to do is glute exercises. They ain't did a push-up, no pull-ups, no nothing. It's all just glutes the whole time they in the gym. And you go in at 3, 4, 5 o'clock when you get off work, look at all that temptation that's around you. You got to know yourself. What better time than 5 in the morning where the old people is there? You know what I'm saying? They ain't there to do nothing. They gonna walk around the track 16 times and they going on about their business. You feel me? But then when the young crowd come in, they in there trying to find them a man. They ain't in there trying to actually exercise. Hey, the gym has turned into a club. You get what I'm saying? So if we can knock these things out early in the morning, early in our day as an Israelites, after we've sat in our bed, after we've meditated, after we sent up our morning prayers, if we can hit our 4 chapters a day, we golden. We golden if we can hit our 4 chapters a day right away. Boom, it's done. Then I'm going to hit an exercise, 30, 45 minutes, boom, it's done. Now I'm in the shower. Now I got the right mindset. Now I got the right mindset, because guess what's next? I got to go to work. And now it's about to get real. And now I got to go around Esau. Now I got to go see Uncle Esau in there. He about to be telling me what to do, what not to do. Let's get it. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. Especially you brothers, you got to listen up. You got to work. We got to have jobs, y'all. Just because we Israelites don't mean that the Lord is just going to allow all of us to hit the lottery and we ain't got to take care of ourselves. We ain't got to work. A lot of brothers be struggling with that thing. Being a true 3, 4, 5 years, can't get a job. No, brothers and sisters, we got to work. And entrepreneur, we don't touch on entrepreneurship because it's good. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
You have to understand that everything in this country is dictated by your ability to pay for it. Food, clothing, shelter, water. You get what I'm saying? If you get in any type of trouble, you want a lawyer, you want a will, you want a name change. Like any of this stuff that we deal with, without money, we not defended from nothing. Even our brothers and sisters that's in the world know. Go to jail with a public defender. So, boy, it's over with. You might well cop a plea. Money is our defense in this place. It allows us to be able to make moves. It allows us to be able to change our surroundings. It puts us in a room with people that we would not normally be in, right? So we need that. I skipped the scripture. Give me 3 John, verse 2. I want to go back for a little. I want to go back to the health thing because I didn't quite finish it, because a lot of our brothers, our mentality when it comes to our health is just put it off. But no, we have to start taking it serious. Go ahead.
3 John verse 2. Verse 2.
Yep.
Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health.
Listen, it's hard to come to the congregation and see brothers and sisters that's sickly, man. It's hard seeing brothers and sisters when they sick. You know, we send up prayers for them all the time. We anoint them. We make sure that we visiting them. But if brothers and sisters can get in a mindset to try to prevent some of these ailments, because like Captain Shim always say, a lot of this stuff is preventable, then we have to be in that mindset. All right. All right, from there, give me 1 Peter chapter 2. So we understand that money is a defense, right? Our ability to generate income is a defense. But, excuse me, now when we start talking about finances, we start talking about skill sets. We start talking about what's considered a good job versus a bad job or a dream job. Like, I don't know too many people that's got a dream job. Like, when I think about it, I don't really dream of any type of job. You get what I'm saying? Right. I don't know too many people that's got that on their mind, right? But nevertheless, these are necessary. So we're going to try to, throughout our day, we woke up. We meditated on our bed. We ain't just hop up out of the bed. We sent up our prayers. We got in our 4 chapters. We got in some type of bodily exercise if need be, right? I mean, you might exercise 3 times a week. You might do it twice a week, right? But at least you waking up early enough to be able to get these things accomplished. Now we got to deal with Esau. So read that, the
book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 18.
18, yes, sir.
Servants, be subject to your masters.
Now listen. We ain't talking about slaves obey your master, right? We understand that this is talking about an Israelite man that has a business and he's hiring people. But the same way that we would deal with each other, we have to have this same mindset on our jobs, because our jobs provide the money and the money is the defense. But there's a key point in here that I want us to understand, because a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters, be job hopping, and then put themselves in bad positions. You can't do nothing if you only been on a job for 3 months and then you lose that job. Then you got another job 3 months later. You constantly in the hole. You got to have some consistency. But it's hard to have consistency if you're not in the right mindset, because maybe I don't like my boss. I don't like my job. I don't like this. I don't like that. There's a bigger picture at play. Watch this. Read that.
1 Peter 2:18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward.
Listen, sometimes you be on these jobs, you know you need that job, hey, and your boss is a-hole. For real. You know you can't stand him when he turn in the corner. Like, oh my gosh, you just hope they be on vacation all the time. But listen, you have to understand the reason that you there. You ain't there to make friends and buddies and try to appease a man. You there because the finances that they have is necessary not only towards your own life, but rebuilding the nation. Right? You got a local school, or you got a local congregation, you got the booster club, you got all of these other projects that the bishops and the deacons are rolling out that we're trying to accomplish, and these things take finances.
The land.
Yeah, the land. These things take finances. So if you have it in your mind that, man, I'm a do right on the job, even though I dislike this Edomite that I'm working with, then we could get a lot further. That's the point of the scriptures. Let's go. Read it.
1 Peter 2:18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. For this is thankworthy if a man of conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully.
Why are we enduring that grief and suffering wrongfully? Because we understand that the finances that the job is bringing has it so that I can take care of the things of the Lord. Whether it's my wife and kids, whether it's another sick brother or sister in the body, whether it's paying alms to make sure that the lights and the rents and things like that in the school is taken care of, whether it's my pantry that I'm stocking up, all of these things are important. So I'll suffer wrongfully because I understand that there's a bigger mission at play. So a day in the life of an Israelite, we got to have some type of way that we're generating income. Go ahead.
Verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults?
All right, drop that. 1 Peter chapter 3. The book of 1 Peter, the 3rd chapter. The reason that I want to go into this is because we're talking about a job, the day in the life of an Israelite, right? When you think about us on a job, let me take a step back for a second. When you work in a job, you have Issachar there, you got Judah there, you got Moab there, you got Ammon there, you got Esau, right? This person could be a Catholic, this one could be a Baptist, this one can be a Buddhist, this one can be an atheist. But when they come inside of that building, they all have their mind right, and they have a certain level of decorum on the job. Brothers and sisters, we can't be on the job calling the white man the devil. Straight up, it's not the time for that. We got to be on the job with a level of sense and a level of consciousness, because you don't know what doors that job could open up for somebody else. 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. And then we're going to jump to 7.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desired the office of a bishop, he desired a good work.
Okay, so we're talking about a man that desireth the office of a bishop, which is to be a leader. Watch this, verse 7.
Verse 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without.
Wait a minute. What does that mean? He must have a good report of them which are without. That's people that's without the scriptures, people that's without the Bible. You're not supposed to be seen in a bad light in front of everybody else that come in contact with you. But then when you put on your purple and gold and you come to the Sabbath, you the angel in the building. You're supposed to maintain a level of godliness even when you're dealing with people out in the world. You're supposed to have a good report with them. I remember at my job, right? We had a lady that submitted a project that we had to do. So managers sitting. We sitting in a meeting. We talking. Hey, this lady submitted this project. We really don't need to do it. But she's older and she's mean and we can't deal with her. And I'm new. And they like, you know what? We want you to go and deal with her. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, what now? They've been talking about the lady for about 10, 15 minutes, telling me how evil she is, how mean she is, how she don't like to listen. Man, I went over there and talked to the lady. I was like, look, I'm just trying to get an understanding of the project. I want to make sure my hours are correct for my labor. I don't need wasted labor hours on this and this and this. Can you walk me through the project? And can we come up with a compromise that satisfies what you want and what I'm able to do with my workforce? Because I don't want the labor to be off and me not get my other projects in the facility done. Man, that lady melted. She melted, man. It's all about the way that you are able to carry yourself, the way that you are able to talk, brothers and sisters. If I go over there based off of what they said and I already got preconceived notions and I'm ready to snap off and all of that, no, we got to roll a certain way. We got to have a good report with the people, even though they're not in here with us keeping the scriptures. We should not be on the job acting a fool on these folk job, man. We should not. Where we at?
1 Timothy 3 and verse
Get
7.
Luke 16 and 8. And Esau understand this already, y'all. They understand this. It's us that had that high zeal for God. We done read the book of Revelation. We done read Isaiah 14. You know what I'm saying? We done read all of these scriptures, and now we go to work like, yeah, you're going to be a slave one day. Like, yeah, but you're a slave now. Yeah, you're under them now. I think you might want to calm down if you want that money. That's the defense before you be in that unemployment line. Hey, Esau will get it so well, they'll fire you and you won't even be eligible for unemployment.
Right.
You'll really be out here on your ass, man. Like, they'll really send you out here like that. Be like, yeah, she got 45 write-ups right here, back to back to back. They been sent it to the state like, no, this person ain't eligible. They fired themselves. We ain't fired them. You fired you. Watch this. Read that.
Luke chapter 16 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
You know why the scriptures say they wiser than us? Because they know how to play the game. They'll play the game all day long. Becky and Susan them will hate your guts and offer you a cup of coffee. Straight up. They will send you, you know that it's tension in the air. They will send you the nicest email in the world, so professional and articulate when you get it. You ain't gonna be able to convince nobody that they hate you. They ain't gonna leave no track record, no paperwork. Ain't nobody gonna be a witness that they cussed you out or nothing like that. Y'all, look, they smart about it. We gotta be the same way. It's a day in the life of the Israelite, right? We know the judgment for these nations. But we got to be humble enough to accept our punishment from God and be able to walk through in our life. They're a lot smarter than what we are when it comes to how they deal with us. Dude don't care. The Chinese dude you work with don't care that he a Buddhist and that you an Israelite. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He got to make sure the facility run. He do his job. Hey, he moving on. That's it. From there, get me Proverbs 15 and 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Listen, just because somebody talk out of pocket to you on your job don't mean you got to talk out of pocket too. We all work with people and they think they above they pay grade. That's cool. There's a whole lot of people. You always got that one dude, one sister on the job. She ain't management, but she won't be management. Hey, if you ain't know her title, you would tell your, oh yeah, this must be a supervisor or something. Nah, she work over in the aisle next to you. But if she make you mad and she ain't good with a manager or ain't good with a supervisor, we end up putting ourselves in these situations. I'll tell you the next thing that brothers and sisters got to understand. Our high holy days don't meet Esau's calendar. So if you on a job, you acting a fool every time somebody do something to you, you can't get along with no coworkers, you running out of vacation, you think they about to approve them Feast of Tabernacle days? You've been out of vacation since July, sis. Now it's FOT. You've been in here cussing people out. You've been coming late. You can't get along with nobody. And you want me to give you 5 days? 5 extra days? No, I can't approve that. I can't approve that. You ain't gonna get that approved. One hand wash the other, y'all. If I act like I got some sense, I could win people over. You read that with Joseph. Joseph was put over all of Egypt. Why? Because of the prophecies that he revealed, and he showed himself a good steward multiple times. So we shoot ourselves in the foot. Oh, I ain't got no time left. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. But look, when that letter, you submitting that letter and you saying, hey, I want these high holy days off. I want these new moons off. You think they ain't thinking about your character? You think they ain't thinking about how you be cursing people out and all that, acting like you unrelatable? We have to be mindful of these things. Where we at?
Verse 2. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright.
Uh-huh.
But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
So you got to determine which one you are. Are you wise according to the scriptures? Because the scriptures say that God's laws make wise the simple. Or when you get on Esau's job, do you become that nigga man, nigga woman, and be on there just acting a fool all the time? We got to learn through our day-to-day activities. I'm telling y'all, what you do on a daily basis is going to count in the end. It's going to count. So if I'm going to be there, I might as well be my best self and let my light shine. Give me Matthew 5:16. I might as well let my light shine while I'm here. I'm going to know how to talk to people. People ain't going to be able to say nothing bad about me. As a matter of fact, my behavior going to be so good that when people hear something bad about me, it's going to be like, you sure? Such and such did that? He said that? Yeah, I can't believe that. I don't think that's him. You don't understand. He ain't never got mad. He ain't never raised his voice. He ain't never cursed nobody out, no nothing. Okay, well, I'll look into it, but all right. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works.
Listen, and the brothers and sisters that you work with that are Israel, because of your behavior, because of the way you carry yourself, they'll start looking into, hey, why you wear them things on your skirt? Why you wear them things on your shirt? What's up with this? What's up with that? Why you always so calm? Everybody else be over there gossiping and stuff. Why you always walking away? Now, just because of your behavior, you ain't never had to open up a Bible and go through no scriptures, but just because you letting your light shine, watch this next part. Go ahead.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Gotta be glorified just because you on the job acting like you got some sense. Just because you acting like you got some sense. Watch this. Go back to Psalms chapter 55. I ain't forgot. 55:17. I think that's it. 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Yep, read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 17. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice.
So now we at work. We work 9 to 5. Where's my noon prayer coming in at? We got options. When we take break, go to the car, I'm sending up my prayers. If I got a private bathroom I can go to, I'm sending up my prayers. Why? Because I'm in the right mindset. I woke up early, already hit my 4 chapters, did a little bit of studying with that, hit my exercise, boom, it's noon. Everybody else go on lunch. I go to my car, send up my noon prayers, y'all. I ain't never forgetting the Lord throughout my entire day. I'm making sure that my mind stay meditated on the Most High God. It's important. Don't forget. Now, maybe I can't do it then. Guess what? As soon as I get off work and I get home, when my feet hit that door, I'm sending up prayers again. I'm going to tell you straight, when I'm working, you working, I'm talking to the Lord. Straight up, Lord. Hey, Lord, I've been studying this in Jeremiah. Man, I pray Bishop bring out a class in this thing. He touch on Jeremiah. Hey, you ever been studying something and you had questions and you came to the Sabbath and the bishop started breaking it down? Like, man, how the bishop know my question? I was just going over that. Yeah, bro. Why? Because you meditating. You in the spirit.
Right.
And that's what leadership stay. Stay in the spirit. You in the spirit now. And the Lord is answering it. Man, I just read that a couple days ago. Bishop broke the whole thing down. I was wondering if that was a precept. You see, brothers, oh, man, I was right. I knew it. Look, sis, all the time. I'm telling you, it happened all the time. But you got to stay in the spirit. Don't neglect that noon prayer. Don't neglect it. 3 times a day. Make sure you're sending up your prayers. Where we at?
Psalms 55.
Get Sirach 38. 38 and 2. Now, here's the opposite, brothers and sisters. You don't want to be a workaholic. We're not here to maintain this society and this democracy and make America great again. There still has to be a balance in the day of an Israelite. We ain't trying to get Esau 16, 18, 20 hours in a day. I ain't got time to do nothing else. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 32. Without these cannot a city be inhabited.
That's talking about the workaholic. That brother just work. Go ahead.
And they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. They shall not be sought for in public counsel.
Listen, when it's time to counsel and stuff at the school, that brother that's working all the time, he ain't sitting there. Nobody comes to a workaholic for something spiritual. They go to the spiritual men that are known for being there, for being present, for being where the scriptures is at. Go ahead.
Nor sit high in the congregation.
You don't see nobody sitting high in the congregation that's doing 80-hour weeks. Ain't got no time for God. Trying to chase the bag. So when we own these jobs or we in our entrepreneurship, we gonna get our mind right. We gonna act right. But our goal in life is not just to be rich and live this American fantasy, this American dream. Go ahead. Let's finish that.
They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment. And they shall not be found where parables are spoken.
They will not be found where parables are spoken. Go ahead.
But they will maintain the state of the world.
Listen, we trying to destroy the state of this world. The scriptures say these are they that turn the world upside down. Right. Meanwhile, we got brothers and sisters in the body that's workaholics, that's maintaining Esau's kingdom. No, we got to have that balance in our day. Go ahead.
And all their desire is in their work of their craft.
Watch this, 37 and 1. Get Sirach 37 and 1. All they desire is in the work of their craft. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 37 verse 1.
Sirach chapter 31 and verse 1. Sirach 31 and 1.
Sirach chapter 31 and verse 1.
Listen up, brothers and sisters.
Watching for riches consumeth the flesh.
Hey, it will kill you. It will drain you constantly running after money. Go ahead.
And the care thereof driveth away sleep.
You can't even sleep at night because you're thinking about where your next dollar gonna come from, the deal that you could make here and what you could do there. Go ahead.
Watching care will not let a man slumber. As a sore disease breaketh sleep.
A man can be so addicted to trying to get money that he can't sleep at night. Go ahead.
The rich hath great labor in gathering riches together. And when he resteth, he is filled with his delicates.
Right. So this man can, when he finally get a chance to rest, he got all of this substance that he's gained for himself. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The poor laboreth in his poor estate. And when he leaveth off, he is still needy.
Listen. Sometimes you'll be working these jobs and you can barely make ends meet, brothers and sisters. It's all right. I know thy poverty. Right? The Lord said he know that we was going to be a people that's in a lower state. Here's something else that you got to consider. if I'm working and I'm busting my behind for Esau, I'm giving him 8, 10, 12 hours a day, I might want to knock that back and try to give myself a couple hours while I could start something for myself. A side hustle, a side business. Something where I could put 1 or 2 hours in every day, and over the course of time, again, with these daily habits, it can build up to something to where I could leave Esau's job. But that takes time, energy, and effort. I ain't saying just break your back on Esau's job every day and never want nothing better for yourself. But what I'm saying is be content with what you got. Don't sacrifice not doing the Lord's work in order to be able to do Esau's business. Watch this. Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish, and hath not gone after gold.
Blessed is the man that's blessed with riches. The Lord has blessed him. He's taken his finances. He's made the right investments. He didn't have to sacrifice doing the will of God. He didn't have to sacrifice doing the work of God in order to get to where he at. Look at this, brother. Verse 11.
Verse 11. His goods shall be established, and the congregation shall declare his alms.
And he ain't doing it for himself. Remember when we read about the rich man, he was heaping up riches to himself. You know, he fell asleep with his delicates. This man right here, the righteous man that gets his hands on some money, the whole congregation know about the alms deeds that he's doing and the things that he's doing for the nation. Read it again.
His goods shall be established, and the congregation shall declare his alms.
And the congregation shall declare his alms. He still has a mind for his people. He still got a mind for his people. Sirach chapter 26 and verse 13. So we woke up, we meditated in our bed, we sent up our prayers, we got in our 4 chapters a day. Why? Because we woke up early enough to be able to handle those things. So before we headed to the job, we already had our 4 chapters a day done. We already had some type of physical exercise done. We already had our mind right going into the job. We ain't allowed Esau to piss us off. We ain't allowed none of the situations, the other Jake in that job that be acting crazy. Bro, we be acting crazy on some jobs, y'all. Man, I walked in the bathroom. We had 2 brothers. I'm telling you, they had to be 19, 20, rolling up weed on the counter in the bathroom. I said, bro, come on, man. Come on now. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You know what I said? I said, bro, I've been here 3 weeks. I've been here 3 weeks. You got me. I'm walking in here to this. Put you in the bag. Hey, Jake on the job be crazy, man. They'll do anything, bro. But we don't allow them to get us out the spirit. We made sure we sent up our noon prayer. And for a lot of brothers, for all the brothers, I'm going to say 99.9% of brothers, when we get home, guess what we need? That time to unwind, sisters. You need that time to unwind. Don't no brother, after dealing with everything I've been dealing with today, dudes rolling up blunts on the counter at work. Don't nobody want to come home to know yap. No, sir. Read that. Sirach 26, and I want verse 13.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
Discretion, knowing what to say and when to say it. Having the right timing. You think I'm at work to make money to pay bills? I know they're coming. Esau ain't never forgot about me. Yeah, you feel it? He ain't never, oh man. Hey, let's not send him his bill. No, I don't know what system they got, but it is perfect at sending me bills. It's perfect at sending me bills like they ain't never accidentally not sent it. Hey, and if they did, the next one is huge. Hey, yeah, it was an issue in our system. Looks like we forgot you last month. Yeah, pay us $1,700. $1,700. Just start unscrewing the light bulbs out of every. Right. Give all the kids a candle. Straight up. It looked like the temple got 7 candlestick menorahs around this joint. Esau says we need discretion at time to unwind. That's why it's important that the husband and the wife agree together, because there should be a system put in place. Hey, yeah, the kids should take a nap 30 minutes before I walk in the door. That way when I get in, it's silent. Some brothers like walking through the door and having the kids rush up to them and give them a hug and stuff like that, and then they take a nap. Some brothers want to come through the door dinner ready. Some brothers on a regimen, they might be fasting, so they might not intermittent fasting, so they might not eat dinner till 6 o'clock. They might get home at 4. All of these things are important, but a sister got to have discretion because that brother going to have to unwind. Read it.
Verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
To be quiet. To have discretion. The scriptures say that's a gift of God. Sisters don't understand that yet, but it's okay. Keep listening to other women about women. Men, we telling you what we need. We need that time to unwind. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Now, give me Proverbs 22:29. A lot of times we unwind, and then us brothers that are about the Lord's work, we gotta do the Lord's business. All that stuff we was doing for Esau, that's a necessity because we do not want to be bums in this world. But at the end of the day, we prophets of God. We gotta get the Lord's work done. Period. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men.
Hey, look, and we seeing that with the bishops and deacons and the captains. They diligent in the Lord's business, and they go into other countries sitting in front of dignitaries. This ain't talking about your business, your entrepreneurship. No, this talking about a man that's diligent in the Lord's business.
Right.
That he'll sit before kings and they'll ask questions about the gospel and his fervency. This type of man should come home to that silent wife with discretion. Ain't beating them up after Esau tried to beat him down. A man diligent in the Lord's business. Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 14. Because we can have these jobs and we can work for Esau, but then in our daily life, we try and get to this point right here, where we surrounded by like-minded brothers and sisters that's doing the Lord work. Let me give y'all brothers and sisters a tip. Now read this first, and then I'm going to give y'all the tip after this. Go ahead.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession.
Our what?
Our profession.
Our what?
Our profession.
Brothers, our profession is to be prophets of God.
Right.
That's our profession. Not your career, not what Esau gave you on that piece of paper that you put on your office wall. That ain't your profession. That's your slave title. Right? When we were slaves on the plantation, they had field niggas, they had house niggas. Some niggas had good jobs, some had bad jobs. It was what it was. I ain't saying go be a bum. I'd much rather be a doctor, lawyer, pharmacist, a dentist. Some brothers not like that. Hey, nothing wrong with being a carpenter, an electrician, an engineer. You get what I'm saying? These things are needed. They're necessary. But our profession is that we the prophets. That's our profession.
That's right.
2 Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 18. 2 Maccabees 15 and 18. What we talking about? We talking about a day in the life of an Israelite. Non-stop. You want to search for some time, you're going to have to pull something back, slide this back, left that over there. Brothers be like, man, how you balance your time? I don't like it. Today, I'm a focus on this. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus on that area over there that got neglected for 2 days. I'm going to hit that on the third day. We're going to make this thing work. But I must hold fast to the doing of the Lord's work. Go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 18. For the care that they took for their wives and their children, their brethren and kinsfolk, was in least account with them.
Meaning it was least account. They took care of their kids, their wives, their brethren. It was least account. Go ahead.
But the greatest and principal fear was for the holy temple.
They was in fear, and their mind was set to get the Lord's work done. Top priority. Top priority. Telling you straight. All right, I said I was going to give them a tip. Here's my tip, brothers and sisters. In your various congregations that you're a part of, find you 3 ministries and crush them. I'm talking crush it. A lot of times, brothers and sisters be in 4, 5, 6, 7 different things, doing a bare minimum. Hey, find you 3 things, crush them for the Lord. Get them done, right? I tell brothers and sisters, hey, find you something to do during the week. Find you something to do during the Sabbath. So during the week, I don't know what they do during the week. It might be decorations. It might be going shopping for stuff in the kitchen. It might be doing baskets and stuff for hospitality, visiting the sick, making sure that they taken care of. Have you something to do for the Lord Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Something that you can fall back on. You doing the Lord's business on a daily basis. And then when the Sabbath come, be a part of a ministry, work security, hospitality, children's room, kitchen. That way you always occupied in the things of the Lord. You ain't got to stretch yourself thin, being 7 and 8 offices and all of that. You know you ain't doing nothing in all them offices. You might be doing something 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there. Man, get you 3 offices in that body you in, whether it's Indiana, Chicago, Kentucky, Mississippi, and crush them 3 offices. Be an integral part in it where it's like, man, what's sister such and such at? Oh, she ain't here? Lord, who gonna step up? Hey, y'all 3 sisters, we need y'all 3 to do this right here that sister was doing. Imagine if everybody in the body was just crushing 3 ministries, 3 departments in the body. Talking about outreach. We'll be everywhere. Imagine that during the week you're doing outreach, you're making phone calls, you're doing the do. Don't want to say too much. But you doing all of your little outreach and stuff during the week, and then when you get here on the Sabbath, you in the children's room, helping out with the babies, making sure that they straight, taking care of the leadership table. But you got something that you're doing for God at all times. I'm running out of time. Come on. That's my tip, y'all. That's my tip. Where we at?
Just read 2 Maccabees 15:18.
1 Corinthians 16 and 15.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 16 and verse 15.
Yes, sir. Is that it?
Yes. 16:15. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 15. I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
They did what?
Addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
They crushed it. They crushed it. You feel me? Everything that they was doing, they made sure they did it with all they might. It's an addiction after a while. This Israelites, it is a culture. It's a lifestyle. How you see a Buddhist monk with his bald head and his bald face with his orange jumpsuit on? Yeah. He gonna walk like that everywhere he go. Hey, we gonna walk as Israelites 24/7, 365. Right. Straight up. You get to the point where this is life. Like I tell people all the time, don't ask me to do nothing on no Saturday. My Saturdays, hey, my Saturdays don't even belong to me. Don't ask me to do nothing on no Saturday, period. Saturday, what's that? You mean the Sabbath day?
Sabbath, right. Man,
we be in this joint till 2, 3 in the morning.
Later than that sometimes.
What? No, I'm not leaving at 9 o'clock to come. Oh, the sun will be down at 10. Look, let me. It's Saturday. I am off limits. It's over with.
If you ain't here, don't even talk to me.
Man, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll talk to you on Monday because I'm probably gonna need Sunday to recover from being up all day Saturday with the brethren. So no, you got to addict yourself to the ministry of God, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, find them three, crush them. Crush them three ministries. Whichever three you find, put your all into it. Make sure that you doing it for the Lord. Not to be seen of men. We doing it for the Lord. Where's that at? 2 Corinthians 5 and 9. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 9.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 9. Wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him.
Of who?
Of him.
So we doing all of this to be accepted of God. I'm going to crush these ministries to be accepted of God. It's important, brothers and sisters. It's important. All right, so we did the Lord's work. I might have had MOV. I might have had Camp 101. I might have had 100 straight days of camp. Brothers doing Camp 365, Camp Till Kingdom Come. I said, damn. Hey, man, we got a lot of building to do, y'all. Camp Till Kingdom Come. Shout out to Captain Hoshea, man. Shout out to Captain Hoshea for even putting that spirit out there for brothers to be doing 30, 60, 100 days of camp. I think that's Tallahassee, bro. Camp Till Kingdom Come, Captain Mattathias. Get me Sirach 25 and 1. The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. All right. So now we've established our morning. We've had our day of work. We acted like we got some sense. We made sure we sent up our prayers. But look, we can't neglect the family. We still got the family life that we got to take care of. Watch this, 25 and 1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men. The unity of brethren.
The unity of brethren.
The love of neighbors.
The love of neighbors.
A man and wife that agree together.
So as this man is going through all of these steps in his day, he got a wife that's got his back, that agree with him. She ain't fighting against him. She ain't asking him why he gone. She know he gone doing the Lord's business. And she's an asset, especially you stay-at-home mothers. You ones that have been afforded that privilege to not have to get up and do that 9-to-5 grind, to not be in Esau society. Right? I was telling sisters, I said, look, if you're a single brother, right? Let's say you want to eat dinner. You single. You done worked all day. You tired. You did your 4 chapters. You want steak, potato, asparagus. You know what a single brother gonna do? He gonna stop by one store. He gonna buy everything he need. He gonna go to the crib. He gonna eat it. That's it. He gonna go to the crib, make his little meal up. He gonna eat it, right? When we get our wives and our wives is stay-at-home wives, brothers, they supposed to be able to take that same thing and multiply it, add to it. So she ain't just stopping by Myers and getting everything. She gonna go here for the steak because they got the best meat for the family. She going here for the vegetables because they got the best produce. She gonna make sure that she seek it out. So now his little small thing that he was doing by himself, she helping to magnify it. So while this man at work, she ain't at home watching Atlanta Housewives and scrolling on TikTok and on Facebook. She putting in her work too, making sure her Lord taken care of. She doing that woman's work behind the scene, making sure that his money stretch. If she ain't working, he give her the bread. She gonna make sure it's stretch. Here go the coupons and this and that. Yeah, I could have went to the store and bought a thing of laundry detergent. But when I got a rib that's got a mind like my mind, she's taking that same money and she coming in with 3 things of laundry detergent. Yeah, I took this coupon and this one. I went over here. I double stacked them and flipped them and did this at voila. Next thing you know, CVS, like, yeah, sis, you can't be in here doing that. You feel me? Right. She done got the whole CVS store for $5.
Now we got enough for date night.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? What'd you say? Now we got some money for date night. Because I ain't got to buy that big thing at the train. I'll just go there. Hey, yeah, give me the big one. $22, no problem. I ain't got time for all that, but my wife does.
Right.
She been taking care. She been holding all of that down this whole time. She ain't just been sitting there doing nothing. She making sure I'm straight. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Why? Because me and her mind are the same. I've went from this single brother that was doing all of that to being able to duplicate myself in my wife. And not only duplicate myself, but she's able to do her duty much better than I was able to do her duty. This is what makes that sister valuable. This is why brothers will go to work, make sure that the sister getting her feet done, nails done, got clothes, got this, got that. Because we understand that, hey, not only is she discreet, she has discretion. She know when to talk, when not to talk. But she's taking the things that I'm bringing home and she's making it more than what I could ever do myself. Y'all stay-at-home mothers, don't never let these sisters that's out here getting the bag make y'all think that y'all not valuable. Because you are, when you doing it the right way. All right, let's conclude. Give me Sirach chapter 33 and 27. I'm running out of time, y'all. Lord's will, y'all learning something from the class. 33:27.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle. For idleness teacheth much evil.
Listen, the more that you are idle, the evilness will grow in you. So you might say, man, it's a jam-packed day. This brother he did this and went to work and got home and did this, dealt with the wife, dealt with the kids. Yeah, because I don't want no idle time. I'm going to show y'all who had idle time. Get Ezekiel 16. Look at who had, and the scriptures say they had an abundance of idleness. Watch this. Ezekiel 16 and 49. We don't want to be idle in our days. That time can be used, especially if you got free time, you could be studying. You could be trying to start you some type of entrepreneur business so you can get out of that 9-to-5 grind that Esau got you in, right? Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16 and verse 49. Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom.
Of who?
Thy sister Sodom.
I want y'all to pay attention to what Sodom was full of. Go ahead.
Pride.
Pride.
Fullness of bread.
Fullness of bread.
And abundance of idleness.
And what?
Abundance of idleness.
You know why Sodom got that bad? Because all them people that was there had a bunch of idle time on their hand. They just started searching out all type of folly and iniquity to the point that the Lord had to send fire from heaven on them. The scriptures say Sodom had an abundance of idleness. Now go back to Sirach. So when the scriptures say idleness teach much evil, yes, idleness teaches much evil, brothers and sisters. Go back to Sirach 33:27.
33:27.
Yes, sir.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle.
That what?
For idleness teacheth much evil.
So idleness teach much evil, brothers and sisters. It's a lot of evil that's taught in idleness, all right? Get me Sirach chapter 38 and verse 24.
The book of Sirach chapter 38 and verse 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh from opportunity of leisure. And he that hath little business shall become wise.
So what do you do with this time if you have extra time? You study. That's your opportunity of leisure. That's your opportunity to really dig into the book of Acts, dig into the book of Galatians, dig into the book of Romans, dig into the laws of God, them first 5 books. Dig into the history. Know how all of the kings landed. What was their demise? What was their start? What was their end? Dig into the things that you battle with. Each and every one of you brothers and sisters should know what you battle with and know at least 6, 7, 8, 10 scriptures that's only about that subject that you battle with. That's what you should be doing with that opportunity of leisure. If you can't remember them, write them on a postcard or on a little, what you call them cards? Index card, right?
Index card.
Yeah, write them on a little index card, stick it in your Bible. When you start dealing with that lust, pull that index card out, boom. I'm in the scripts. Ain't gonna catch me idle. All of my scriptures right there. Got no time for idle time, got no time for sin. If I know I'm battling with X, if I know I'm battling with lust, I got all the lust scriptures right here. Boom. I can read them right now. Every time I'm feeling lust, I pull out my little postcard, my little index card. Boom. I'm reading them. because I ain't trying to get caught up out here and not get the kingdom of heaven. My spirit on the line at this point. We at the end, y'all.
Right.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Couple more scriptures and we done.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Don't be in America thinking this is your time to rest. Whether you well off financially because you made good investments and things like that, or maybe you got an inheritance, this still ain't your rest. What about your people? If you make the right moves and the right investments and you are able to now get away from Esau's 9 to 5, that's more time towards the Lord's business. More time towards God's business. It says that the scribe was blocked. We only got 2 more scriptures, y'all. We only got 2 more scriptures. That's more time towards God's business. Call that again so the people got it.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Arise
ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
We shouldn't be here trying to sleep late, slumber, not do work, take the easy route. This is not our place of rest, brothers and sisters. This is the place of our captivity where we were sent and scattered to and stripped of everything we have. And we're going to take the rest of this time to build our nation back to our God so we can get delivered out of this place. Last scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. The day in the life of an Israelite. We got a jam-packed life, y'all. But if we are organized and if we take advantage of it correctly, we'll be okay. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Listen, there is a time for every purpose under the heaven. Lord's will, this class has allowed you to kind of examine how you're doing your time, the way you're starting your day, how you're walking on a day-to-day basis, and if you can improve them daily habits with the scriptures and with God's word, you can change your life within the next 3 months, 6 months. You struggling to remember precepts? Get up early and study. You struggling with health problems? Get up early and exercise. You struggling getting along with people at the job? Hey, let patience have his perfect work. That's all I got for you. Again, I'm Officer Abishai.
Soldier James.
IUIC Indiana. Hey, y'all, subscribe to IUIC Indiana, y'all. With that, we say shalom. Shalom. Most High Christ bless.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.